Hello, my friends. Maggie here. Thought I would sit down and make a couple of covers for my fall journals. I'm going to go ahead and make 2 covers. I may not use them, but at least I'll have them if I want them. And I decided to, what the heck, just go ahead and turn the camera on. So that's what I'm going to do. Although I do need to turn the TV either down or off, so just a second. Okay, I don't want to infringe on any copyright laws or anything. I don't know how that would work with. I love Lucy playing in the background. But anyway, it's Sunday evening for me, and I normally don't make videos on Sunday, but we got home early this afternoon, and I had a lot of extra spare time on my hands. I've said before I have trouble just sitting and relaxing, so I have been fiddling around all afternoon trying to figure out what I wanted to do. I was going to go ahead and make the other video, the tutorial on the envelope folio. But I decided I didn't want to do that just now, so I thought, well, I'm going to go ahead and get my covers made for my fall journals, or journal, whichever I decide to do, because I definitely want to make one. I've got all this ephemera that I've made, so why not go ahead and make the covers, and why not just go ahead and do it online? So if you're watching me, you probably know how to do this. I'm not showing you anything new. I just decided to turn on the camera and maybe chat for a little while. I don't know if I'll do one or do both of them, but it doesn't matter. We'll just see what we can get done. So I hope everybody is doing well, and this video will go up tomorrow, so by the time whenever you see it, the weekend will have passed. So I hope that you had a good weekend. I had a lovely day today. Didn't start out too great. I wasn't feeling all the greatest, but I decided I didn't want to miss church, so I went ahead and got myself ready, and I'm glad I did because I was feeling much better. So, just goes to show you. My daughter and the baby and I went, and we go to a wonderful church here in Houston with a wonderful pastor, and we've been very impressed with this church so far. And of course, my little sweetheart went with us, but today's the first time she went to the nursery. She'd never been to the nursery before. She's always sat in church with her mom and myself. So my daughter decided to try to take her to the nursery and see how she would do. And I was worried because, you know, she just turned 8 months old, and that's typically when stranger danger really kicks into high gear. So I thought, oh, this might be bad timing. But she actually did quite well, they told my daughter. They had to call her like it was the last 15 minutes or so of the service because she got fussy, and one lady was able to calm her down. But they put the number up. They assign everybody a number, and then if they need you in the nursery, they flash your number up on the screen. So her number came up, and she wasn't sure if it was her number or not because I think they had put one number wrong. But she decided to go check anyway, and it was her little one. And like I said, the one lady managed to get her calmed down, but soon as she saw her mom, that was all it took. She wanted her mom, so she brought her back into the service, and she decided to get pretty vocal. She wasn't crying, she was just just vocalizing. So I took her for a minute, but she didn't want anybody but her mother. She wanted to go right straight back to her mom. So she did. And she was kind of antsy that last little bit. I think she was just not happy from being left in the nursery. But like I said, the lady said that was in charge said she did well. She played, and so I was pretty proud of her, actually. Now I got this little tool when I was still buying from Temu. I really, really like it. I've seen this on Amazon as well. A lot of people don't use this, but I do because I have a tendency not to line things up well. So it's, in my case, it's better safe than sorry. So this little doodad just goes right in here like this. And then this one goes like this, and it just kind of aligns everything. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue these things down. I'm just going to use wet glue. This is my 32-pound copy paper. When I first started making my journals this way, I was using, oh dear, I was using cardstock, kind of a heavy cardstock, like they recommend when you make a folio. I need to throw that one away. And, but then I decided that wasn't necessary. I just use my 32-pound copy paper. I guess you could even use, just regular copy paper if you wanted to. But I use this. It works well. The only thing I miss about doing my covers like this is I started out by making them, well, not started out, but after I did my first couple, and I was using just cardstock, I decided to use file folders because my son-in-law had a whole bunch of them and he wasn't using them. So he gave me some and I would make them out of the file folders. But I doubled them because I just like the extra thickness. I thought they would be more durable. So then when I made a folio for my granddaughter, for my daughter, for my granddaughter, I used the, now this is not straight on the paper, but it doesn't matter as long as the pieces are straight with each other. I started using the chipboard because that's what you use typically, or what everybody seems to make them out of. And my friend Lori from the Old Paper Lady, she's the one that did a video on how to do the folios, and she did it for me because she knew at that time I was expecting my grandbaby and I wanted to make a folio. So she's very, very, she makes beautiful, beautiful folios, and but she's kind of gotten away from that, I think, and is now doing primarily just junk journals. But I sure appreciated when she made, oh my gosh, this was so crooked. I sure appreciated when she did that video for me, because I was able to make my granddaughter one of those, well, they're not folios, they're albums, mini albums, or, and then I was able to make one for my great-grandson, so. But that's when I was using the chipboard. I started using the chipboard, and then after that I decided, well, I'm just gonna do my journals out of the chipboard because I like the sturdiness of them. And I was buying my chipboard on Now this is leaving some marks on here. I realize that because I did put quite a bit of glue, but I'm covering it with fabric so it won't matter. At least I hope it won't matter. It usually doesn't matter. Okay. So I'm going to try to trim this off some. With my rotary cutter. That I should have had out, but when I sat down to do this, I wasn't planning on filming it. That was like a last minute decision. Well, where's the rotary cutter that I like to use? Well, I guess I'll just use this one. They're usually together in the same drawer, so I don't know how they got separated, but whatever, we'll make do. But I need new blades. I'm sorry about the dogs. He'll probably stop in a minute when he realizes that they're just downstairs playing with the baby. Excuse me. Okay, sorry about that. This is so crooked. I'm hoping that this kind of squares this up a little bit. I really need new blades in this thing. This is meant to cut fabric and it won't even hardly cut paper. And I use this so I cut it straight, just like, you know, and you'd use a ruler. I know I could lay this down here, but, and I do it that way sometimes, but but the straight edge just helps to keep things straight. I don't know. What all do you all like to make your journal covers out of? I've made one out of that I did for my first idea book. I made it, oh my goodness, I'm trying to cut this. I made it out of an Amazon mailing envelope, and I really like it. And I want to do another one, but anything that you're going to be using on a pretty much daily basis to journal in or whatever needs to be pretty sturdy, and that is pretty sturdy. Actually, it's held up pretty good. I mean, I haven't had it that long, but it's pretty full. Let me just show you real quick. Oh my gosh, I can't even pick it up. But it's bulging, as you can see. And yeah, it's holding together pretty good. I say I didn't do the greatest job. Oh no, I did. That's just one of the papers. And I sewed around it. So yeah, so I probably will make another one of those, and I've been holding on to one packaging box. It's a smaller box that I thought I would make a smaller journal out of, just one for fun. But I haven't gotten to that yet. But I do not save packaging. I just don't do it. I just don't have the storage, and I think I'm good. I just don't have the storage, and I've got this little tool here. Of course, you don't need this. It's not expensive though, but when I first started making junk journals, I could not get my corners mitered correctly at all. I cut them way too close or way too far. Now, even using this mitering tool, I allow myself a little bit more. I go just a little bit beyond it, and that usually works out pretty well. And in the case of just covering the chipboard with the paper, it's not so important, but when I go to cover it with fabric, I would like the corners to be as good as as nice as they can, although I can just put, you know, the little corner protectors on them, which I do on a lot of my journals, most of them, matter of fact, just because I like the way they look. Okay, so I'm just going to keep these things out in case I decide to go ahead and do the second one. All right. And I have used the double-sided tape here, but I think I'm just going to use glue. So now that I'm doing this, I'm getting tired, like sleepy tired. Oh my goodness, go figure. I guess I ran out of energy. My daughter and I didn't go for any lunch today like we normally do because yesterday they barbecued. Oh my goodness, they barbecued enough for an army. So we had tons of food left over, good food, so we both decided, oh, let's just go home. Okay. Now see, and using that little mitering tool, I was able to get, oh, where's my little scoring to that? I was able to get close enough to this, but not too far so that this would fold in, and hopefully this should be a pretty decent corner. But I've done it enough times too that I'm getting better at it. Practice does make perfect. I'm not perfect yet, but practice certainly does help. And I actually haven't made a journal since June. I had already had my black and white journal all put together and everything. I just needed to finish decorating it. And then the little golden book, of course that's completely different process. So I'm just poking this little corner in, kind of trying to fold it down. That helps to make a nice corner. Oops, get out of the way. Okay, so here's my first base, and yes, I should clean my desk off, but this is all gonna be covered up, so. Okay, so here's one. Oh, I don't think I showed you the fabrics I'm going to use. These came in a stack of fall fabrics. This on the salvage, the group was called Thankful, and I'm trying to remember who the creator of this particular group of fabrics was. I don't remember, but anyway, these were fat quarters, and I tore them in half because one fat quarter will make 2 journals of the the normal average size. So I decided to do one in the green, one in the orange. There's some of the fabrics had that aqua blue in them, which I really do like that for fall. But as it is, all the papers that I've been using do not have any of that aqua color in them. So I wanted to stay with what I've already got going, if you know what I mean. So I'm going to put down a piece of double-sided tape here. This is just to hold these 2 papers together. Oh, what did I do with my little pokey edge? What did I do with that? Here it is. Yeah, it was pretty nice out today here in Houston. It wasn't as hot as it's been. It was only in the low 90s, which is like a cooling trend. I don't know if that's going to if that's going to continue for a few days. Oh, I should have done this the way I usually do, but I wasn't thinking. I've been afraid to look. All right. Okay, so same drill. Use my little T-piece here. I'm hoping I can get this on here a little bit straighter this time and not have it quite so cockeyed. Okay. Hopefully I can keep it in line. I was cold when I started making this video, but now I'm warm. I'm getting really sleepy. Okay. So this little 3-piece, well actually it's 4 pieces set I've gotten my money's worth out of it. For sure. It wasn't a waste of money because I use it every time I do this. Now a braver soul or more experienced person wouldn't do it. They wouldn't have any need to. And it's just become a habit with me, even though I've made quite a few journals like this. It's just become a habit. Okay, I'll trim this off. Oops, might help if I retract the blade. So sorry, I thought I would be a little bit more chatty. Gotta get some new blades, Maggie. Gotta get some new blades, lady. So I guess the next thing my little sweetie will be doing is pulling herself up and then walking around things. I don't think that'll be too long. She was so cute. Now I know that walkers are very versatile. I mean, very controversial. I realize that. And so did my daughter. She really debated about whether to let her have one or not, but Daddy really wanted her to have one. He just was looking forward to her walking around in it. And, you know, they waited until she was almost 8 months old before they put her in it. So I think she'll be okay. As a matter of fact, I'm pretty sure she will. Oh my goodness, this blade. Oh, my nose itches. Okay. I need to miter my cord. This little mitering tool, after I bought it, I lost it about 3 times. I would lose it and couldn't find it anywhere. It's like it got buried on my desk. And then after a couple of months, I would find it. And then I'd lose it again. Finally, when I set this cart up next to me, I put it in the cart, and I put it in this little case here with this other stuff, so I know exactly where it's at. But I'll probably lose it again, knowing me. I will probably lose it again. Okay, so I can put this away now. I can put all this away. Get rid of some of my trash. Maybe tomorrow I'll try to do that folio. I really want to do another painted master board with some doodling on it. So I don't know. I was going to do that this evening, but then I decided no, I'm just going to go ahead and get these journal covers ready. Oh, dear me. Okay, sorry. Sometimes I just need to let him open the door and let him see what is going on, and then that takes care of the barking. Not always, but it does work some of the time. But anyway, she was in that walker yesterday. It was so nice yesterday evening. It wasn't too hot or anything. And we have a catio just outside the back door, and then I'm part of the porch, or the porch. But when we have that catio because the man that had this house built, that we bought it from, he was a veterinarian, and they had cats, and so they built this catio for the cats to keep them safe, and it had some electric wiring around it to keep other critters out. And it's got a cement pad, and it's enclosed with screens and shades that come down. And it was all cleaned off. It got all cleaned off, and she was in her walker out there just going all over. Her little legs were just going to beat 60. And every time the door was open, the door that leads from the catio to outside, she was out that door. And somebody would pull her back in, and she would race back and forth across the oops. So I wasn't recording. I'm not sure when I started or when I stopped. Oh no. Well, anyway, I've got two bases for my fall journals. I think I probably will stop because I really don't know how long I've been on here. I did not want this to be a long video. But the next time I will cover these with the fabric, and in the meantime maybe I can pick out some paper to cover the insides with. That's what I usually do. I wrap the outside in fabric, and I wrap it, as you probably know because you've probably done this very same thing. I wrap it in the fabric and then cover the inside with a coordinating paper. So all right, everyone. So that's my 2 journal covers for fall. We are coming on to the end of August this week. And I believe that the 3 under 30 is just this month. It's just a hashtag for this month. So I'll try to get at least one more 3 under 30 done this week, and I hope this really isn't crooked like it looks. One looks taller than the other one. Oh my goodness, it is taller. Oh, that's not good. Oh well, I don't think it'll really be noticed. It's not that much. So anyway, I'm gonna get off here. Oh dear, I guess it's time for me to get off anyway. So I'm gonna say goodbye. I love you all. Thank you for your support and for your comments. And I'm up to 171 subscribers today. I was shocked when I saw that. So thank you. I don't know who you are that subscribe, but please leave me a comment and say hi. I'm a new subscriber, so that I know who you are and can give you a shout out. I really would like to do that. And I appreciate each one of you. I love all of you. I appreciate you so very, very much. So let me just close this with a scripture. Like I said, this video may be a little bit chopped up because I'm not sure where I started and where I stopped it, but I know it's recording now. He that goeth forth bearing precious seed shall doubtless come again with rejoicing, bringing his sheaves with him. Psalms 126:6. Christ will give thee light. Amen. Ephesians 5:14. All right, everyone. Bye for now. Bye-bye. Have a good rest of your evening, and I'll see you in the next one.